So just coming back, there's something I wanted to talk about, and this personal brand and company brand. I wanted to touch on that because there's a lot of noise around all of it, and I believe that a lot of agents now, if they're in the corporate world, are not encouraged to build. And I use the word encouraged. They're told not to almost build a personal brand. I've had 2 agents message me recently say they can't comment on my posts because if they're seen commenting on certain subjects, it could be viewed negatively by their employer. So, the personal brand element's essential, isn't it, in terms of building the know, like, trust that you were talking about.
Hugely. So but you need both.
You need both. And we're going to come on to that. But if you were to start with one, which one would it be?
I think it very much depends on the business on the model that you're in. So obviously, if I come at this from a TPFG perspective, so I'm fractional marketing director for TPFG.
What does fractional mean?
I'm a consultant,
okay.
I guess.
That's nice. Nice way of putting it.
Fancy word.
You get fraction of
You get a fraction.
You get a fraction of me.
Okay. There you go.
So obviously that is a brand business. It's a franchise business. So multiple brands. So let's take Martin & Co. for an example. Those business owners are buying a franchise. So they are buying into a brand because that gives them a head start in that local area to be able to operate under that very well-known, well-regarded, highly respected brand.
Okay.
So as a franchisor, we need to protect that brand and give them their group marketing activities so they really see the benefit of being part of that franchise.
And I suppose having strict guidelines around...
Certainly around kind of the brand guidelines of the brand. But as a group function, we are brand guardians and we are responsible for PR, brand awareness and lead generation. Then as a franchisee of an owner of, let's say, Wakefield, Martin & Co., they're very much then encouraged to take what they get at a group brand level and bolster that with hyper local marketing activities. Right. So personal brand, really local social media activity and content, really dial up what they're doing in terms of community and the conversations in making sure they're at events. They're doing landlord events. They're at the school fetes. They're being there in the community. So we're really pushing them really investing their time and money into that personal brand piece and that local marketing, but they get the best of both worlds because they're part of this big umbrella brand as well. Okay. So I know that's, a different situation, but in terms of an independent agent, the premise still stands. You need to have a brand that you are clear on who you are, what makes you different, what stands out from the competition, why anybody would choose you over any of the other 8 estate agents that are on your high street. That's got to be there as the foundations and fundamentals, but people buy people, right? Yeah. So the thing that's going to then get you over the line is, okay, Matt, I see what you stand for. I see what you're all about. I trust you. I trust you with my biggest asset. Yeah. So
you should work together.
We need them both. And I know that's not the answer that everybody wants because, that takes time. But then it comes back to how do we make sure that we put the time in the right areas? Is it just knowing
which one does what? And so, with regards to, you've got your personal brand, what you do, what you stand for.
I believe that your company brand attracts and your personal brand converts.
Ooh, I like
that. I disagree.
Yes, and again,
actually, it's not. I completely disagree. I agree with almost everything Kirsty's saying. It's kind of like so much truth. I mean, literally everything she said. But we don't have brands in this industry.
No,
we have stickers above doors.
We do.
I think we have very, very few brands in our industry. I would say I've worked for 4 or 5 of them. Yeah. I count Knight Frank, Fine & Country, Hamptons, John D. Wood. You'll notice something common in them.
Yeah.
Okay. Specific types of brands for a very specific kind of audience. Most brands are trying to be everything for everybody.
Yeah. They're
essentially just stickers above the door. If you took the logo off, you'd have no idea who it was.
Yeah.
There isn't any obligation on brand guidelines. I mean, if an estate agent ran an airline, you'd fly in green Ryanair planes or green EasyJet planes because you just don't care about the brand. Yeah. They don't understand the brand. And
that's a sweeping statement, though. I wouldn't put everybody in that.
I think umbrella. If you do the research, brand awareness in our industry is rubbish.
You saying Kirsty hasn't done the research?
I think she's done the research. Of course, she's done the research. She's a marketer.
Oh, she just flared her nostrils at me there.
She's
I'm
one of the
getting
few
told
people who will have done the research.
Well, but it is a good point.
I think the point is, we need organisations. You know, I think TPFG is a fantastic organisation with lots of really good brands. I would absolutely stand full square behind Kirsty to say they should be investing more in those brands. Now, I stand as a completely
because they'll
outside
become more
consultant.
valuable
They'll
to
become more
the
valuable.
franchise.
Every bit of
franchisee.
sales activation they then do will work harder. And I remember working for some brands where we wouldn't let our agents do anything personally.